taking righteous initiative right before camp. And, you know, before we start, I want to give all honor and glorification to Yahweh by Hashem Mashak Wamalak Yahushai. You know, what caused me to do this video was just the meditation I had this week in regards to, you know, what more can I, but also we can put forth concerning this truth, you know, taking forth the righteous initiative and the right steps to, you know, make our bodies not only more of a living sacrifice, but, you know, doing more prayer, doing more alms, you know, more lessons, more breakdowns, you know, as well as certain things behind the scenes, you know, we can build each other up as a body, you know, all together. So with that, I want to start off with the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10. Because a lot of times, especially in Babylon, especially with dealing with certain bills, you know, certain conflations of this world, and sometimes we get caught up and our mind can stray away, you know, from our purpose, you know, our true initiative, which is to push this word in this ministry. You know, this gospel, Yahweh told us in the book of Matthew 24:14, tell you that the gospel shall be preached to the whole world, then shall the end come. So we always got to, you know, put that into our remembrance. This gospel has not reached the four corners of the earth. There's more of our people that has to get woken up in these last days. And for that to happen, we got to take the initiative and we got to put in the work. So bring it out, King.
It's the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10.
All right.
Arise ye and depart.
Do what?
Arise ye and depart.
So you got to arise and depart. Why?
It says what? For this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
So this place is meant to destroy you because it's polluted. It is polluted with, you know, the philosophies, the idolatries, the lust and perverseness of this world. So we got to arise and depart. You can't, you know, you can't get comfortable. You can't get complacent. You can't get stagnant, getting caught up in the much feeding, like it tells you in Luke chapter 21 and verse 35 of this world. Otherwise, you're going to be destroyed. You got to get up. You know, that's what taking initiative is actually about. It says, arise ye and depart. You know, it doesn't say, you know, sit back, all right, Yahweh Shai, you know, it's going to come back. We just got to wait. You know, it tell you that the kingdom of heaven coming not by observation in the book of Luke chapter 17 and verse 20. So, you know, you can't sit back and wait for other brothers or somebody else to do it. You got to do it. If you understand this truth, if you understand the knowledge and the wisdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you got to take initiative and get up off your you-know-what and get out there and do what? You teach the people, right? Go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 6.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51. And verse number 6 reads, it says, what? Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul.
It says deliver every man his soul. Come on.
Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. So the Most High is going to destroy this place via World War III, ICBM missiles, you know, and nuclear destruction. So if you understand this and you know this, you got to deliver your soul. You got to make your own calling and election sure. Seek out your own salvation with fear and trembling. So knowing this and understanding this, how much shall you prepare? I believe even earlier this week, the brother Naquam did what was it, Monday Night Fire, when he said that Jake is always waiting to the last minute to get right. Jake is always waiting to the last minute to get certain things taken care of, you know, to get certain things and affairs in order. You know, he said he had made a funny example. He was saying that, you know, Jake might just put the blunt down, you know, right when Yahweh shall return, and the angel can come back and just, you know, put his hands up and then blow the smoke in his face. And that's folly. But that's because what? You know, and that Jake is going to get destroyed. But it's because he didn't take that initiative. You know, the Most High throughout the scriptures always leaves speculation on what to do, on what's to come. But you always got to have your mind and your spirit in order, because guess what? It can happen at any moment. You know, what you got, King? I'm going to let you bring one up. Get a few precepts up in that thing real quick. All right. Let me get the book. I'm going to go to Proverbs.
I got you. Proverbs what?
All right, give me Proverbs, Baba Kusha. Where I want to start at. 6 and 7. You got both of them got things in there that I would like to bring up.
I'm here.
We're gonna start at. We can start at 24. We can start at 23. We start at the class.
6:23.
Yep.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and a law is light, and the reproofs of instruction are the way of life.
Go ahead.
To keep thee from the evil woman.
What's America?
To keep thee from the evil woman.
Right, so we ought to be following the law, statutes, and commandments. We ought to be following that righteous light to keep us from the evil woman, to keep us from this whore Babylon, this whore America. We got to stay far away from this woman. It's going to be hard for you to take initiative when you follow after the ways of America. They don't teach you how to take initiative. They teach you how to be fat, lazy, and how to be a scumbag.
That's right.
All right, a chubby swine. All right, they don't teach you how to take initiative, hop in there, and make it happen. Okay, they look at you as a Negro. All right, you're not getting 40 acres and a mule. So like the brother said, Michael to attend, arise at the part, it's not your risk. All right, these sweet things you may want from this evil woman in America, look, you're not going to get. And if you do get it, where you're just going to save your life now and lose it later when your house shot comes back.
That's
and
right.
That's not the right option. Go ahead.
It says to keep thee from the evil woman and from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman.
Right, and America flatters with her tongue. All right, they tell you how fat and delicious you could live. They give you all these fattening opportunities, right? And all these opportunities come with what? Forsaking the Most High, right? I mean, they just had to fight so-called last night with Tyson and the Edomite, man.
See that?
Right? Humiliation ritual, damn defaming himself.
For no reason.
All right, damn buttocks out. All right, that's madness. Okay. He can't beat him up too much or too less because he's not going to make the sufficient amount of money.
58 years old.
All right. He acting all retarded in the ring like he don't know how to fight. He's just getting wailed on by Edomite.
Don't make no sense.
All right. That's what happens when you sell out and you don't take initiative to stand for what's right, to come into this truth, to listen to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, to listen to his law, statutes, commandments. That's what happens when you don't take initiative to flee from this world. The shadow of this world, like I tell you in 2nd Ezra. All right. And yeah, that's it on that. Really could go on and on, but hey.
I was about to say, give me the book of Hebrews chapter 11 and starting at verse 24. That's why taking initiative, is so integral and pivotal in these last days. Because without it, you're going to be left to your own devices. It tell you that the thoughts of man in Psalms 94 and 11 is just vanity at the end of the day. And we know it's desperately wicked. So, if you being slothful and lukewarm, what do you think is going to happen to you if you don't take the initiative to conquer those spirits, those demons, in particular lust that you're battling with? If you're not getting stronger, you're getting worse. As a matter of fact, get that real quick in 2 Samuel chapter 3 and verse 1. Because us, we trying to build the third temple. The tabernacle of David is falling down. How can you do that if you're not taking this truth serious? How can you not do that if you're not putting your hand towards the plow at the end of the day? Bring that out.
Book of 2 Samuel chapter 3 and verse 1.
Right.
Now there was long war between the house of Saul and the house of David.
House of Saul and the house of David. Come on.
But David waxed stronger and stronger.
And that's what we want to be. We want to be in the house of David. And the mercies of David waxing stronger and stronger. And what else?
And the house of Saul waxed weaker and weaker.
And that's for the elect. That's the one. That's for the elect and 2/3. You don't want to be at the house of Saul because we know what happened to him ultimately. Hebrews 11 and 24.
This book of Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 24.
Come on.
By faith Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter.
And that's what you gotta think about on a spiritual level. Are you still being a so-called, what you say, black? Are you still acting like a regular Negro in the world?
An American.
An African American, so-called, a byword amongst society. It says by faith. If you're in this truth and you're not taking the initiative, you got to bring forth adequate faith. That's why one of my favorite precepts, the book of Luke chapter 17 and verse 5, the apostles always asked, Master, increase our faith. Because they knew they couldn't move the mountains from here to here. Master, increase our faith. Because in certain times they couldn't cast out spirits and demons. Master, increase our faith. So that's what we got to start, asking Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai within our prayers to have more adequate faith in these last days. Bring that out.
It says, what? Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Because sin feels so good. It feels so good to just sin. It's so easy to do it, especially nowadays. You know how easy it is to access all the vices that this world provides where you could just sin at an easy level? They provide it and make it so accessible to where you could do it anywhere, anytime, any day. Whether it be in the light, whether it be in the dark, whether it be in a group of people, it don't matter, But nevertheless, how could you do that? How could you be caught up in that mindset instead of taking initiative for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai? Bring that out one more time, that same verse.
It says, what? Choosing, verse 25, Hebrews 11 to 25, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
So Moses took the initiative to actually want to be who he actually was for his people and not just to stay a regular nobody in this world. Because that's what a lot of our people are. They just want to stuck being simple. A lot of people know that. A lot of our people know who they are, that they're Israelites, they're God-chosen people, even if they're not in the truth. Just yesterday at camp, last night we was talking to Jay. Yeah, I believe we the true Jews. I believe that we the chosen people of God. A lot of our people ultimately know this, but they're not necessarily taking that next step, taking the initiative to find out who they are so they can apply themselves, right? Read on that, King.
It says what? Verse 26, esteeming the reproach of Christ greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward.
So Moses put all of that behind him. He put this world behind him. You got to think, I believe it tells you that he was 80 years old when he came to see the estate of his people and came back and did what? He said, let my people go, with his brother Aaron being his prophet, right? But nevertheless, he understood that I got to take the initiative. I got to be that leader. Give me the book of Psalms chapter 94 and verse number 16. I got to be that leader. You know, even on a carnal level, this world, they had civil rights activists. You had Malcolm X, you had the Black Panthers, you had Martin Luther King, and so on and so forth. But all of these people, they end up what? They end up fading away and dying. Why? Because they, first of all, they weren't on the side of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, but they weren't spiritual. They were carnal men, and all of their works and never came for it really just came to naught. And nobody keeps them. They never really brought our people together. They never really had any solutions. But with this truth, with this knowledge and wisdom and understanding that the Most High has given us, there is a solution. There is a solution to gathering together. There is a solution that you have to stand up and wake up and be men. Be better brothers, be better fathers. And you women, you getting in order, putting on a dress and a head wrap and being modest and in order, right? Bring this out, King.
Proverbs 94 and 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
And the Most High is always asking that question. Who will rise up for me? Who is on Yahweh Bashim Yahushua's side at the end of the day? Who's taking this truth serious, and what side are you on? Read.
It says, what? Or who will stand up for me against the evil, against the workers of iniquity?
And how can you do that being lukewarm? How can you do that being double-minded and being caught up with the cares and affairs and the pleasures of this life? It's only meant to destroy you ultimately at the end of the day. So it's not something that you can take lightly. The brother Ariah always says you never know what may be the last day in your last day in this truth, God forbid. So it's not something that you want to take serious, just tarry from day to day. We always bring out that precept in Sirach chapter 5 and verse 7, tarry not to turn from the Lord. Okay, cool. But what about you knowing the Lord and you just tarrying to get yourself right? You tarrying to get certain affairs in order, your household in order. It tells you that, what's that, Sirach 27 and 3, if you don't stand in the fear of the Lord, roughly paraphrasing, your house is going to be destroyed and overthrown. So, that's why you got to take this truth serious. Isaiah, in the book of Isaiah chapter 6 and verse 8, Yahweh said, who shall go, who shall we send for us? Isaiah said, here I am, send me. Moses asked in the book of Exodus chapter 32, verse 25 on down, it said, who is on the Lord's side? The Most High is always asking this through his prophets, through his men, through his leaders, who's going to stand up for me and push this truth and push this knowledge, right? What you got, King?
This is the book of Isaiah for you, chapter 6 and verse number 8.
Right.
Also, I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send? And who will go for us?
Right.
Then said I, here I am, send me.
Come on. And, Most High willing, this is edifying to those who hear this, that they may do what? Take more initiative. What can I do more for the body? What can I do more for myself? What can I do more for my brothers? What can I do more? It doesn't always got to be major, but it's just 1% better each day. A little bit of here, a little bit of there. You'd be surprised what you could do to somebody, let alone yourself, if you start having a consistent schedule and regimen each and every day, right? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna end it on that for now. I'm gonna let you go. What you got?
I'll bring out the account with Nehemiah.
All
right? Chapter 4. And I'm gonna start at verse number 12. It says, well, actually, I'm gonna get a shorter precept since we press for time. Let's go to Proverbs 24.
I got you, King. Proverbs 24 and what?
24 and 27.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 24 and verse 27, and it reads,
right?
Prepare thy work without.
What the Lord say?
Prepare thy work without.
Right.
And make it fit for thyself in the field, and afterwards build thine house.
Right. So this is what you call taking initiative. All right. When you take initiative, you got to plan things out. You want to prepare what needs to. First of all, it all starts with you noticing something. All right. When you notice something, then you have to come up with what people call a plan of action or an action plan. All right. This is you preparing your work without. You prepare your work without so you can come up with a beautiful resolution, however you want to put it, for the problem at hand. And then once you prepare your work without, then you execute. All right, that's what I mean by afterwards build thy house. So when it comes to taking initiative, you got to come up with a plan. All right, and it depends on the situation at hand. Some situations when you take initiative, it's immediate. If you see a brother carrying 5 cases of water and you see one of them about to fall, you got to be quick. Hold on, I got you. I'll take 2 of those off your back for you. Don't worry about it. Other things, you may notice a schism in the body, right? You have to strategically come up with a way to take care of that. All right, you want to prepare your work. So anytime you want to take a righteous initiative, you want to prepare. You want to really map and plan things out so you could properly take the initiative in an orderly fashion, I would say. Right, you got it.
I was about to say, I bring up my closing precept because we are pressed for time. Sirach chapter 51 and verse 30. It's an everyday process. It's an everyday thing. And you know, you got to be hard on yourself, especially in this truth, because you have a higher calling than those that are in the world. A lot of people in the world don't truly know what's going on. What truly they see and have a slight glimpse, but the Most High has not truly opened up their eyes to that understanding. But you've been given that understanding, so it's more incumbent upon you to make the righteous steps and discernment and measurements in regards to planning everything out and doing so accordingly each and every day within this truth. Right? Continue on that, King.
So book of Sirach chapter 51 and 30. Work your work betimes.
Right.
And in his time, he will give you your reward.
So the Most High is telling you to work your work betimes. Day in, day out, each and every single day. You should do what? Read that last part again.
It says, work your work betimes, and in his time, he will give you your reward.
So you actually got to want to, go after that reward. But then in doing so, you got to be patient. Because taking initiative on something, it's going to take time. As a matter of fact, I in my last precept, Luke chapter 14 and verse 28. When you plan this stuff out, it's increments to it. It's certain stuff that has to, happen or that has to take place before you get to the full measurement of like the scripture says, your reward. Right? Come on.
Luke 14 and 28. For which of you intended to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counteth the cost.
So every single day when it comes to taking initiative in this truth, you truly have to sit down and measure, like, how many times have I prayed this week? How many fasts was I able to go on this week? How many brothers did I call and check on, or was I just in my own mind? How much time did I give to the Lord this week, or was I really, playing the game too much, right? I was playing the video game too much. I was on social media too much. I worked too many hours at work, right? Instead of counting the cost, well, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has given me in this truth. Come on.
It says, what? And counteth the cost, whether ye have sufficient to finish it.
So, the Most High is giving you this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, but you haven't truly counted the cost and taken the initiative to understand, like, okay, I got to do this here. I got to do this here. Right. And, it's like when you're trying to build a building, you got to have all the finances in order, the employees in order, the blueprints and schematics in order to make sure you have everything aligned to what the plan is for the carpenters, that they may start to build and continue to finish it. Read on that.
It says, what? Lest happily after he have laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him.
So it's like you came into this truth, you told your friends about it, you told your family about it. They see you've been in this thing, you've been away for a while. You kind of ghosted them for a minute, but sometimes you may go back and forth entertaining them, on a serious level. Or I'll hang out with them here. It's not really that big a deal. And it's got to be family. Some people call work friends. People let's hang out after work. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. Instead of counting the cost of what it truly means to be, a man, a leader, in this truth, a teacher of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, to lead and instruct and guide thy people. I believe that's it on that.
Yeah.
That's it on that.
I mean, you can keep going down.
I was about to say, keep reading on that.
It says, what? Saying this man began to build and was not able to finish.
So he wasn't able to finish because he didn't have the foresight and the discernment to do that which was necessary unto him to get to and of course, most importantly, to take the initiative to have these things in order, to have these things right. It tells you, Revelation chapter 3 and 11, hold fast what thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Well, you have to take the initiative to be able to understand that and apply it each and every day, Slaki. Because Satan is walking about seeking whom he may devour. There's certain things I dealt with at my job this week. But nevertheless, if I let that stuff get to me, on a high level, I wouldn't have took the initiative to, all right, you got to put that to the side. My brothers need me this week. The Most High needs me this week. Now, brothers going to need me at camp this week. I got to stay sharp. I got to stay adequate. So like I said, it was adequate each and every week. So these things I gotta think even above myself, right? And Most High willing, you brothers and sisters take heed and you understand this as well. So with that, I want to close out. Give it all honor and glory to Yahweh. By Hashem Mashak, woman like Yahweh Shai, Brother Ezekiel.
Brother Aina.
And with that, I'm going to say Shalom.
Shalom.